Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for the 6th of May, but I want to start with the S&P 500 here because the general move that we're looking for was 5 waves down here for wave A, and then a move back in terms of an A and a B and a C here for wave B, pulling back to the 61.8% retracement level, which is at 2900. So we are seeing a reaction from there. It's not a very nice ABC correction. I mean, it counts nice as an ABC, but this kind of count can also count as an impulse wave as well. So it's got me a little bit concerned, but it does appear that we've got 5 waves down from the top, so we can go short below this one here. I mean, when we're looking for corrective, this one here is really just mirroring this one here, but normally we'd like to see a nice 5 waves down and then a very clear ABC correction and then a move down, but we're not seeing that. This move here is really quite slick as a impulse wave, so it's a little bit of a concern. And the European indices haven't pulled back up to their 50-60% retracement level, so they're in a weaker situation, or maybe they need to just move higher. But let's go in and have a look. But first of all, we'll just go into the tick chart here, I think, just to get the top here. So this is the top I was thinking, and then we've got 1 and 2 here, and wave 3 here, wave 4 pulling back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, or 38.2% retracement roughly, and then wave 5 here. So in a nutshell, this has kind of got a nice form here, so this is just why I'm using it. But let's dive in here and have a closer look at this here, because it will become a nice template for the European market. So from the top here roughly we'd be looking for 50-60% retracement level here, so we're looking kind of in this space here, and we need to see, once again, we need to see some sort of A, B and C wave come into this point here. So if we see the S&P 500 trading up here somewhere, then you know that there's a problem. But otherwise we're looking for, I can't draw on this side of the tick chart, but just trying to figure that out. Still got more to go to the upside. We'll probably come to here somewhere and then pull back and then move up through there. So in fact, that second B wave here, if I could just draw that out for a second. So we've come, let's just say that we've come all the way down the bottom, and this is wave 5 sitting here. So just copy that, put that here. Then in terms of shorting this, we'll have an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here. So technically we can short below here. That would be the one to do. You could also draw a line through here. You could probably even short this one here as well. Yeah, but just less contracts on that one. But this is the one here, so I'll just put that in green here. Okay, anyway, just wanted you to see what's going on with the main market. So it appears that we'll hit. You could probably sell at this point here as well, but I just like some evidence. So this wave B here can't move that across there either. So that's there. So let's go and have a look at the DAX to start with. So okay, we'll go right in here. So 4 hours. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 here, and then we're looking for an A wave and a B wave and a C wave. But as you can see, we haven't pulled back up to here like the Nasdaq has, and so on. So that's issue 1. I mean, I think we could obviously go short below the 10,500, so that could be helpful. So if that becomes the resistance, then you could trade down to the 10,000, and they'll expect to bounce off that particular point if that's the case. But let's go in and have a closer look at this here. Don't know if the hourly or 15-minute may be okay, I guess. Yeah. So with this one here, that wave A could also sit on top here, actually, as a wave A here. Not to worry, but that let's just go to the tick chart. So, but basically here we can see that we haven't moved up here enough yet. we haven't broken really the trend line of just taking these two lows here. So perhaps if that became the retested resistance as well, then you could short that there as well. But I'll just go to the tick chart here and we'll just work from that point. Oh, that ABC is quite nice actually. No, I have done the right thing. Not that I don't do the wrong thing. But an A wave here, B wave here, then 1 and 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, an A and a B and a C wave for the wave 4 here. It does overlap this, but we'll just accommodate that for a moment, and then we'll have this as probably 1 to here, 2 to here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth wave, and then the fifth wave up here. One thing I want to point out here is that this top of this A wave, because I'm kind of thinking this could be wave 1 here, 2 here, and 3 up here, and back for 4 here, and then up from that point. So I just got to kind of consider all these things. So if I take this low here and here, that's the 38.2% retracement level. There's a bit of an overlap here, but we got more of an overlap here on 4 and 1 here. So if this is 1 here, green 1, and then 2 here and 3 here and 4 here, then that sort of suits there as well. But that's why I sort of like looking at the S&P 500 in a way, you know, looking for a little bit of help there on that. See if this makes things a little bit easier. Let's just check it out. Well, it looks like 5 waves here too, doesn't it? In terms of an A wave here. Oh, sorry, wave 1, wave 2. I'd have to pull that apart there, but I'll just assume for a moment that that's wave 3, 4, and 5 here. And we can look for wave 1 here. And this can be here. That's the 61.8%. It looks like it's strong, doesn't it? It looks like it's going to continue through all of that. I mean, technically the supply level, what you'd be looking at, this would be the beginning of it here, and you can see through here. So this, well, let's say 700 here is really going to be like a sticking point for all of this. And we need to also look at this move up here in 3 waves, even though it looks like it's pretty happy and pretty strong in terms of that, but it could play out. I mean, I could count this as an A and a B and a C wave up here. I mean, it looks strong here, but it's got to be the beginning, the middle, and the ending of the structure. So it could quite easily be wave A in here, wave B in here, but I can't prove this. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem. I can't prove anything here just yet, but I mean, this all does help in one way or another, because what we can do, you know, would you short it based on that there? So, you know, if you normally trade, say, 10 contracts, well, you could put 1 or 2 contracts into this box. And then if the market drops back down and finds this level here, where are we with our levels here? So I've got 600 is important, but this is all of group 2 here, by the way. So 65, 72, roughly 720, and 800 here. So 65, 72, and 80. So what we're trying to see here is that you know, will will group 2 here, 65, 72 and 80, will that become the resistance here? So it's looking quite good, but it's back in to the, I'll just remove this here actually, but put it back in a little bit later. So if the 65 here becomes the resistance again, then we can look to short from that point. So, but what we'll do is we'll just put this down here. Let's just I'm just going to put it on the low here, but of course you could also put it, if this became the retested resistance here, you could do it here. Also from the 600 here, you've got 600, then you've got 10, 20 and 30 here. So if the 20 becomes the retested resistance, you could go from that point. You can pretty much, as soon as that well, I mean, it's going to come back and get that gap there by the looks of it, but that's 30. So you could work that level there. That would be fine. So, yeah, and it'll go like this. I have to draw over here. So the market will come down, bounce off it, have some sort of corrective move back up, then come down and find it as resistance, and then you can go short from that point. So that's what you could do. So yeah, look, we haven't reached our target up here, just recapping, we haven't reached our target up here. The S&P has. We do have 5 waves down here. We're looking for a retracement level here. If the market trades above the 720 up here, the 10720, then you need to look to the long side. However, if our count is correct, we're confirming it, we just want to see it back down into this space down here, and then it will be on our way down through here. Okay, so I think that's quite a nice little setup. We just need to allow that to play out somewhat. And the FTSE is the same as well, so I don't need to go into a huge amount of detail. But number one, it hasn't reached its target up here, so it could. It's got nice support on 5,800. 808 is a very important number. And in fact, this is a, if I was looking at this here, I would be looking at a long trade above these highs here. Yes, I could bring it down to these highs here as well, but because we're looking for a short trade, I'll just keep it out of the way a little bit. And yeah, on the short side here, we just need this to become the resistance here. So the same thing could play. You could probably short it higher in this little area here somewhere. If you know what you're doing, that's all fine. If you're new to trading, then if the market comes back down through here, then it'll bounce off that here, and it'll eventually make this the resistance here. So once you've got that low in place, then put your order to sell on stop there if you're using CFDs, and then we can go down from that point. And if we go down, we should see this length here over here. So it's worthy of having a crack at this if the 5,800 becomes the resistance. Like I mentioned, we haven't reached our target. These moves up here, they could be very easily counted as impulse wave, and that would create this here as a wave 4 here, and that would be the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here. So that could certainly go in here. So we need that. And this doesn't look very impulsive to me on the FTSE, but the FTSE will be dragged around by the other markets. So yeah, look, we need that 5/8 as the resistance to short it. Just keep an eye on the S&P 500 and the DAX, and make your calls sort of based off those guys. I would think would be the right thing to do. Alrighty, I'll leave it at that. Cheers.